Vic, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers in front of this one a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say on the issue, I'm going 50, and then got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm never sure why I need you. Please, I need you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in week 4. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Stafford going to put it up right away. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You look at this Colt defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's got it past the 30. He's hit and dropped. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And the Rams had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Stafford looks to throw again. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a ton of breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Again, it's Stafford. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Tutu Atwell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to put a drive together. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That's caught at the 25. 36 yards on the play.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Richardson. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are able to stretch out their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second and a couple.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, they give it to Corn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Richardson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
53, ready, set, 260.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the air again, Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
260.
Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So 3 points left on the table thanks to a great play there on special teams. They just couldn't protect long enough, Charles, to get that kick away.
Yeah, special teams coaches aren't just simply there to applaud, right? And they're not just there to encourage. They're there to find weaknesses where you can go block the kick. Give them big credit for that one. Good scouting, and they executed it well.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Down to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, 67 yards. And the Colts take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 15 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Now Stafford. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's Stafford. To the right side, that's Whittington. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
54.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
It's even tougher as making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
18 Rattler, 18-2.
Now And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Richardson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll let one go deep for Downs. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
280. Like 7.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
280. 22. Oh, go get him.
Stafford now to throw. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Open man is Atwell, complete. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
That's good. 4 on Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Big 20. Set.
Throwing is Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Ready.
Now it's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
A loss of 7.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
29-yard line.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of loops backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 6.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 42 yards. And the Colts have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Alert! Set!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throws left side, Atwell's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Throwing again is Stafford. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Corum. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Blake Corum, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, 66 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, and partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset buttons.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Indianapolis, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.